today's video, we'll be flying from Sydney International Airport to Incheon International Airport, flying on a Airbus A330. Documents printed, all that good stuff. Suitcase packed. Then head to Korea. Hello and welcome. The flight that we're on today is actually a Korean Air flight. I've never taken a flight with Korean Air before. I've always heard they're good. Booked this ages in advance. They've recently updated the pricing where if you buy a ticket within maybe like 6 months of the flight price actually increases a whole lot more. So usually you can get a return flight from Korea for about 1.3k, but recently the prices have actually increased a lot within the 6 month time frame, whereas before you could book within 6 months and still pay around that price, if not just a little bit more. So this was actually my first flight on Korean Air. It was also my first trip to Korea, my first international trip overseas actually, and it was a solo international trip. So it was very exciting but also very nerve-wracking. When checking for my gate, I did check that it did exist, and it did, which is fantastic. I was right on the middle of the wing basically, which is great, but I think next time I would want to be behind the wing to see the engines. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, in the seat pouch they have a whole bunch of magazines and different stuff, and there's a thing called morning calm. I have no idea what it is, but I keep seeing it all over Korea, and also branding around Korean Air and stuff like that. Oh, also the informational video they give is like super cute, but also they got BTS, which is crazy to give the flight info. It's probably one of the more entertaining safety instruction videos I've seen on flight. And since we are at Sydney International, well, Sydney Airport and Sydney International are joined together, so the taxiing process is very long as usual. Right, I'll be quiet now and you can watch the takeoff. I was surprised at how good the food on the Korean air flight was. We had bibimbap as our starting meal. It comes with a little cake, a side dish, which is like, I think a pickled vegetable. I don't know what pickled vegetable that is. You have a cup for, I think, coffee or tea. Also, they give you some microwave rice, obviously, to make your bibimbap. And then they give you some soup as well. It's basically a feast. Like, this is crazy good. When I was on my international flight to Japan, I didn't get nothing. The flights were cheap, don't get me wrong, but they were so cheap that you didn't get anything. But I don't think it would have been that good anyway, because the food that I had on Qantas on my international flight to Korea from Sydney was trash. It was like some sort of rice, beef and vegetable dish that was like reheated. It wasn't great. But here you get like, I don't know if it was metal cutlery, but it looked metal, like proper cutlery, which is fantastic. You gotta get the obligatory coffee by the window shot. And now we're leaving Australia. Lights turn off for people to turn in. Now for our second in-flight meal, it was quite different. I think either because I had the choice of the Korean meal or the Western meal, I decided to try both. So first the Korean meal, or the bibimbap, and then now the Western meal. So it's just, potatoes, cauliflower, vegetables. I think that's some sort of beef, some bread, butter, salad. I think there's a slice of chicken. I mean, they feed you well, like regardless. Also, I brought these little snacks with me from Bar and Dining from the night before, and they're these little, I guess little cakes, and I snacked on them during the flight, and I tried to finish it because I thought maybe I wouldn't be allowed to bring them into the country, and I didn't want to declare them, so I wanted to finish them off so then I can throw them in the bin when I arrived. The sunset when flying over Japan just looks amazing. As for the Korean air infotainment system, they got movies, TV shows, audio, I guess songs, your trip information, games, I think kids games or kids TV shows, and then more info or more, I guess, settings for your actual screen. It's good to see they got a mix of different things. Okay, now we're making our approach to Incheon International Airport. You can start to see some lights from South Korea, which is pretty cool. Now I'll just let the landing play out as we arrive in South Korea.
완전히 멈춘 후 좌석 벨트 표시등이 꺼질 때까지 자리에 앉아서 기다려 주십시오. 선반을 여실 때에는 안에 있는 물건이 떨어질 수 있으니 주의하시기 바랍니다. 비행기에서 내리실 때에는 발 뒤틀 조심하시고 계단이 있는 경우 손잡이를 잡고 천천히 이동하시기 바랍니다. 오늘도 스카이치 병원사인 대한항공을 이용해 주셔서 대단히 감사합니다. 저희 승무원들은 앞으로도 안전하고 편안하게 여행하실 수 있도록 정성을 다하겠습니다. 감사합니다. Please remain seated. opening the overhead bins and some may fall out. Please watch your step as you leave the aircraft and hold onto the handrail when going down the stairs. Thank you for choosing Korean Air, a member of the Sky Team, and we hope to see you again soon.
It was pretty late when I arrived in South Korea. I was very glad that I had all my documents ready, all in one folder. It made getting through customs and immigration a whole lot easier. I just showed it to them, they scanned it, they looked at it, matched the documents, and then I got through with ease. A lot easier than I actually thought it was. After getting out of the airport, it was pretty dead because it was very late at night. I had to go pick up my T-Money card. I think I picked it up from one of the vending machines down below. Either that or the GS25, I can't remember. I caught a train and then caught a bus and then walked the rest of the way, all the way to my accommodation, and arrived pretty late. So this is the Status Hotel in Doksan. It's actually a really nice accommodation. Everything was clean, everything was pretty modern. Made it. Yeah. Bathroom. Is that a mother? Is that a bidet? That's so very good. Tea, coffee, robe, slides. I don't know if I can take them. I want to. Laundry bag. Oh, this is cozy. Oh, this is lovely. TV. Which is pretty cool. Filmed the next day. Then I got to go out and explore Korea on my first day. It was really cool. Definitely would recommend if you want to come to travel to Korea. Catch a flight on Korean Air. They just do it the best. I've flown with both Jetstar and Qantas on international flights. They just don't compare in comparison to Korean Air for international flights. 1, because of the meals, 2, because of the comfort. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, give it a like and a sub, and if you didn't enjoy, give it a like and a sub, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.